Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and while you guys are like looking forward to Titanfall and playing Rise and Forza and The Last of Us and what's that new one? Is it called Outcast or something? That new PS4 horror game. Guess what I'm playing? Web Mystery on the Sega Dreamcast. A game I can't even fucking understand. Exactly. So, this game, you're just going to see me talking about it, so if that's not your bag, you might as well stop here, but I didn't film any footage. What it really is it's an FMV game for the Dreamcast. Everything is in Japanese except the very end of the game you meet up with a gentleman who is Chinese, so you have to speak English to understand each other. Not you in the game, but the character you're playing as. So the whole game is FMV, and I was just really, you know, taken aback by this. I love FMV games. Everyone knows that. I love the Sega CD because I love FMV. And if you don't know what FMV is, it's full motion video. It means, you know, real footage of people, or it could be now animated, but I enjoy it being real people. So the whole game is you're this guy that goes to a bar/cyber cafe. I would assume in Japan cyber cafes have alcohol, and it's really cool, the feeling. That's just a kind of dingy, interesting feeling. The music's pretty good, though it is repetitive. And it's all in Japanese, so I couldn't understand the lick of it. But there is a walkthrough on the internet, which I'll put down in the lower bar. That's the reason it's called the lower bar, as Shock16 would say. And the walkthrough's in Japanese, so when you translate it, it's like garbled English. It was helpful to some extent. So you're in this bar and you're talking to the bartenders and you're on a computer and you get this email about dog's message, cat's eyes, some shit like that. Speaking of cats. So, calm down. I'm doing a review. Come in here. Uh-oh. Hey, there we go. Don't drink my coffee. So, what'd you get your nose in it? You like sneezed everywhere. Okay, calm down. Why would you watch professional reviews when you could watch this? Come on, be honest. So, anyhow, you get these emails. It's like cat's message, something something dog. It's, oh, the cat's eye, because I think the bar is called the cat's eye, and it says dog's message. And dog keeps sending you these messages. And when you watch them, you see a murder happen. There's always, at the end of the video, a picture from the murder that they just showed you, and you have to select which picture was in the murder. So, like at the beginning, there's this little trinket. I don't want to ruin anything in case you play it for some reason. And it's in the, you know, the pictures, and if you remember what you saw, you click that, and it would say, you got it right. It's like a matching game. I don't know why they did that. I guess to show that you're paying attention to the murder scene. So, anytime you watch one of them, the story progresses, and then you can exit out of this menu you're in, and then continue the story at FMV. There's no options to choose what to say, or items to use, none of that. The closest you get to that is, there's the FMV scenes, there's watching these murder videos, and then there's a computer screen, an OS that you're using, like an interface. And there's email, there's data, there's, you know, save your game, and then there's web. And the web thing is, you know, it's a fake internet, and there's like 20 pages you can pick from, or 20 genres. I can't understand what it is because it's in Japanese, of course. And then you can pick subcategories. The problem where I got stuck was one of the emails I had received had a photo attached, and I didn't realize it. So I didn't open the photo, so I didn't continue the story because the photo wasn't open, so I didn't have that data or that information. Another time I was stuck was I needed a map. And to get that map, you have to go on the web and then go to the maps category and look at, like, I think it was South Korea. And then when you look at South Korea, it's very straightforward, but I can't read it, so I don't know, you know, where the map category is. I had to kind of just click every website and then click every subcategory until I found this map, and then once I exited, and you can only exit once you find the data you need to progress the story, then it continues. I finished the game. It's one of those games that I liked because if you play like a creepy game, because it is horror, because you're trying to like solve this murder mystery, and you really don't understand what's going on because of the language barrier, I tend to find it to be more fun at night. You know, it's dark, it's quiet in your house, hopefully. You're kind of just paying attention and chilling out and relaxing while playing this game. And there's not much of a game element, because with Sega CD FMV, you control which way to go, and if you went the wrong way or pushed the wrong button, you die. There's none of that here. Even if you play that matching game after watching the murder, and you get it wrong, it just throws you back and makes you watch the video again, and then you get another chance to pick the right one. You can't really, there's no game over. From what I got from the story, it was interesting, and it was fairly long because it is 2 discs. I got it complete for $7. Excuse me, not complete for $7 because it doesn't have a manual. The other ones with manuals go like for 15 and up, and I just didn't really think it was worth that. I was just so intrigued because I don't see many FMV titles pretty much after the Saturn generation. There were some on the PS1 like Fox Hunt and Psychic Detective, which I've talked about on the 3DO. Fox Hunt I loved. The Dreamcast has a couple that have FMV in them, like is it Deep Fighter? There's some FMV cutscenes, but in terms of pure FMV games, I didn't really see many. And most of the Japanese exclusives are like visual novels with like anime, and this is like a visual novel, but there is some limited interaction, and it's you know, real people, real actors. So it was pretty cool. By the end of the game, I was kind of more so confused as to the players in the game, so to speak, you know, who was doing the murders. I kind of had an idea because they show you a person at the end who runs away, and you know, I was like, oh, it's that person. But then there was like other things going on with these people that were twins, and this kind of like eerie vibe going on with almost like not telekinesis, but like some kind of magical thing going on. So it was definitely interesting. I wouldn't recommend it to not Japanese speakers. If you speak Japanese or read it or are learning it, it may be something cool because you can keep the text on the screen for as long as you want and then read it over and over and maybe learn or you know, put your studies to the test. But I just thought it was really cool that it was an FMV game. One of my friends on YouTube, Play On Go, Matt, had picked this up, and he's a Japanese speaker and he reads it and stuff, I believe. So he was showing a couple clips off, and if you watch his video, I think it was called like Dreamcast Pickups or Japanese Dreamcast Games, and he'll show you some scenes of what I mean. But all it really is FMV, still photos with text, and then this computer interface where you watch the murder, and then you have to find things amongst the emails you get or the websites that they give you. You can input things on the website. I didn't try it with a keyboard. I don't think it supports the keyboard, but it does support VGA. And you can type things in. So at one point there was this character named Asami who was like an idol, like those Japanese people that sing and dance and things. And I typed in Asami and searched. She came up, and then I was able to progress the story and exit out of that main menu. If you don't have the data to progress the story, you can't exit out of that main, you know, GUI or graphic user interface of the fake computer internet world. So it's kind of an interesting concept, but overall I give it like a 5 or a 6. I enjoyed myself. It was interesting. It kept my attention. I played it for like 2 days straight, you know, a few hours each day. But I definitely got stuck a couple times. If you end up playing it and you get stuck, check all your emails, check all the photos attached to your emails, check all the data on each of the characters in the data section, and on the web, you know, just narrow down what you need to look for. But you kind of don't know because you can't speak it. But that's Web Mystery in a nutshell. Definitely an interesting game, but not something I'd be playing again. But it left an impression. So, you don't speak Japanese, don't read it. Don't bother. Thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. If you know any other FMV titles that you'd like to recommend on the Saturn, the Dreamcast, I guess on anything, let me know. Drop me a comment. Thanks guys for watching. Be good.